Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and North Club Corner, episode 15.
So join in the chorus.
We always receive so much feedback from you all, so keep it coming. We enjoy hearing your thoughts on the Kangas. Vito,
Yes.
Richmond game. Yes.
What can I do for you, sir?
13, 12, 90, 10, 17, 77.
Geez, they had a lot of shots, Richmond. No, we have 14, 6, 90.
14, 6, that's right, yeah.
They had a lot of shots, Richmond.
They did
And like
early.
I only mentioned it in our review very quickly. Excuse me.
Ah, the cough button.
Yeah. in the review, I
Love
mentioned it slightly, but if they got us early, like if they capitalised early, it would have been strife. Do you agree? So let's say Richmond polled on 5-1 to 0.
You don't reckon they could have worked their way back in the game?
What do you think?
Well, they would have been able to work their way back in the game. Well, to win it, probably not. But they were pretty lucky on that aspect early.
It was a poor start.
It was. They were flat. But their response was
And
good.
Richmond's pressure was huge early on. North couldn't get out of their 50.
Yeah.
Couldn't get out of Richmond's 50.
But North's response was good.
Yes. So what I'm saying is what I'm starting to see, and I'm like, I know we played Richmond and I know they're not the side they were, but I'm starting to like the response.
Yeah.
The response of, our backline stood up.
Yep.
Core, Comben played her, mate. He was wrecked at one stage.
Just this is what I said to you off air, but I'll say to our viewers, just one more, Charlie. Just play one more this week.
Yeah, I agree.
One more, and then we'll put you on ice. Just one more. So Logue, would have been nice for him to finish the year out. Was it a bit of a loss?
Mate, when you told me during the week, I'm going, here we go again.
In the context of the game, was it a bit of a loss early?
Maybe early because I think it might have unsettled them a little bit down back there. Not that Richmond's forward lines, anything.
Yeah.
Kaczynski, like, come on.
Yeah, but they need that solidarity. Yeah,
and
that stability. That's
stability.
right.
Mate, I'm going to mention this kid again. My God, he gets better every week. 34.
Jackson Archer should win the Rising Star, shouldn't he, this week? Shouldn't he?
Should. Jeez,
I was going to say the Norwich Rising Star.
Did he have a great on Bolton?
It was great.
Mate, Bolton got away and kicked that goal, mate, but his arm was right.
So that's his role. I know 6 weeks ago we were lamenting
I was going bananas
about his performance on Bobby Hill.
He's learning very quickly.
It was a great learning curve for him.
I think so, because since then,
yeah, but he
tightened up.
Yeah, he beat Fritz.
Knows where to run.
So he knows where to run.
Where to go.
So maybe he's the small defender we've been looking for.
And do you notice he's controlled his aggression a bit better? Like,
a little bit.
He's not just going bananas, just trying to get to everything. He's like, okay, don't go here because someone else is going.
Yep.
I'll wait.
I agree.
I think he's getting smarter. Talk about the obvious. George was a loss.
George, so what about LDU? First time in his career, kicked 3 goals. Kicked one off his shin.
What did I say last week? I said, you got to kick goals, mate.
Yeah.
They're there to be
And he kicked
kicking.
3.
Yeah, no, that's that.
You mentioned that. You said he needs to kick more goals.
You agree?
So he must have watched the podcast and said, better knock over 3.
That little ball bloke's getting angry.
I agree. That goal he kicked off his shin was just...
They all count.
They all count. What
I
about...
thought his game was explosive.
What about Air Dersma?
Is it Mark of the Year or not?
It's Mark of the Year.
So it beats Bobby Hills?
A sore ankle. Oh, the fly from Dersma! What about that? As good as you'll see from the youngster. That is graceful.
And as a player, for Noel Boulder in that position, you don't really know what's going on. You just hope it's not Mark of the Century that's been taken on your head that will be...
Bobby Hills and Elliott's were tremendous, but I'm an North supporter. I want him to win Mark of the Year.
Well, Bobby Hills stood on who? Archer. Did he?
That was a big mark. Look, it'll be tough to beat, but I just loved seeing it.
Mate,
it was a great.
He stood
mark.
on Bolter. He's a big boy.
Yeah, it was a great mark.
Jeez, and he's come down beautifully too.
Yeah, and he kicked it on the full.
Did he?
Yeah,
really?
Kicked it on the full.
I can't remember that. I was just too entrenched in the mark to think about what happened afterwards.
So he sort of looked okay last week a little bit, and he's showing real good signs.
Needs to be in the game more.
Considering what we bought him for.
Needs to be in the game more, but he's a kid. I've got all the faith in the world. I think he's going to be a star in the future. But he's got a lot to learn. Like Clark said, he's got a lot to learn.
He's raw, but
yeah.
this is the thing, and you talk about Dersma, and why hasn't he come along? And I think because we as North supporters have been blessed to see LDU come along. Well, not quickly, but he was,
Yeah.
And then we saw Wardlaw and we saw Sheasel and we're like, bang. So we expect every kid to come through at McKercher. And we expect every other kid to come through.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah, and realistically, Dersma's probably coming through at the right speed.
Totally.
But you're up against freaks that have come up in 15 games of footy.
Do
you agree?
Totally agree. What do you think of Sheasel's game? Early on was a bit, not lost. He's never lost.
He's a genius.
Is
that the word?
Some of the tap-ons and the handballs over the...
Is that the word?
How good's this kid? Yeah, he's a genius. He's a genius.
Yeah, in his craft.
Larky kick 5, I'll give that.
You want your big fellas kicking
Mate,
goals.
you can't ask for more than that. It's kick 5.
That's
Zerha
right.
kicked the clutch goal. That was a beautiful goal.
Great snapshot.
Broke the tackle. You could tell he wants to be there now.
Great
can't
signing.
You?
Happy for that.
Yeah, but you can tell he wants to be there.
Yeah. Great.
For those who didn't hear, he's 5 years he signed on.
Yep.
Let's go a little bit back. What about Stevenson? I thought it was one of his better games.
He kicked. It was a clutch goal.
That was a good
I
goal.
guess it was an important
It was a good goal, mate.
Time.
I'll be honest, I thought to myself, there's no
But
hope.
the tackle,
Oh, no, feeble.
he looked frightened tackling.
Feeble.
He was like, I'm not really sure how to
I think he just doesn't want to give away the free kick or...
Yeah, maybe it's the tackle in mind, but he's not going to be be exactly a brutal tackler.
No.
But yeah, he got hold on the ball, went back,
okay.
kicked the goal,
Did
put us 3 goals
He did
up.
okay.
And in the end, we won by 13 and he put us 18 points up.
Who was the sub again? I've lost my...
So the sub was, it wasn't Dylan Stevens, was it?
He came off. Oh, Hanson Jr. come on. I'm not sure about this kid. I know he's young. He just hasn't shown me anything.
Again, is it the theory of what I just said before? We're just expecting kids because we've seen 3 freaks come good in 15 games. Is it that?
Maybe.
Or no?
Okay, I'm going to ask you a simple answer. Do you give him another year or two?
I think you got to keep him on the list, one more year.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I've got no problem with that, by the way.
Yeah.
So we've spoken about that. What do you think this week?
Well, look, they'll go in favourites, and rightly so,
So they should at Hobart. And they've been all right, North. They've been playing well. 5-6 weeks of,
I expect them to win.
I do too, but I'll be disappointed if they lose.
I'll be disappointed if they lost. But if they lost, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be like, that's where we're at.
I know.
But I think we need the 4th win. I think we need to finish the year out with 4 wins.
Do you think there's going to be a bit of pride at stake in that midfield this week? Harley Reid and everyone, all the talk, and Shees will go in there. And
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
LDU. And, well, if George comes back, that'll be the...
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit of
it's going to be
argy-bargy, that word you want to use.
Very interesting. Hopefully the weather's good, so it's a...
And look, I think North's got enough, is equipped enough to beat West Coast, especially here.
I agree.
Dangers, look, Harley Reid and Kelly in the middle, dangerous.
Waterman's I trust Core will probably go to...
I think Core can do the job on
it. I hope Comben plays.
Yeah, I think he'll play.
Because he looked pretty sore.
But I think he'll play.
Pretty sore, but
yeah. So I expect North to win. Anyone that could come in this week, like VFL, you've had a bit of a look at VFL.
They had a good win. They won by 8 points over Williamstown at Williamstown.
Anything that stood out? Or?
I was saying to you off air that they're at a point where there's not much more that could come in.
Yeah, they're at their premium.
Yeah, that's sort of okay. Cooper Harvey's there.
I've harped on him. What's going to happen with him?
I think they got to keep him on for another year.
Got to keep him. You can't just.
But like I said,
I'm a fan. I do like him. Do you like him? Don't like him?
I like
Have you
him.
seen enough to go? He can play. I have.
He can play. Yeah, he can play. It'll be like a Jackson Archer type development. Yeah, but you had Lazaro. We're not going to that squeaky wheel.
So what
again,
I'm saying is, last year,
Greenwood.
in the last couple of years, who comes in when there's an injury to Lazaro? Now that's not happening.
No, it's not. But right now, that's all there's left.
Okay, well, I think they'll top up, but
they will top up.
Greenwood.
There's a kid O'Malley.
Yeah.
He took another 7 marks on the weekend. He'd be nice to see for a game or two.
Well, they gave
forward.
Sellers a go. Give him a go.
Sellers, yeah, exactly. I reckon he should have played ahead of him.
Yeah, well, you kept saying, geez, he can take a grab, this kid.
Yeah, and that was way back on Anzac Day. He can kick.
Okay, so there's a couple.
I've got your.
Oh, you got the.
It's the same dust particle.
You got the Bobby Skilton.
Okay.
So my question to you, probably right. There's not a lot to come in right now.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
But I know off air you said seconds can't make finals.
They can't make the top 10.
How much have they improved, though? Let's be honest.
The whole club's improved.
Out of sight. So
the whole club's improved.
So I'm thinking, like in the wash-up, I think North should win this week, and if they don't, I'll be disappointed. But you're right, that's where they're at if they don't.
Yeah.
And as in, yeah, you're right, probably not much else that come in. But if Comben goes out, there's my question to you. Can you bring up that brief of O'Malley?
You could play O'Malley, yeah, perhaps.
That's what I was going to ask you.
You've got Lazaro, you've got Greenwood. Maybe you could play Harvey. Maybe it's not
for me. If Comben goes out, I'd bring in Cooper Harvey and just change it up so Cooper Harvey plays forward.
Well, we have played defensively with Luke McDonald and Aidan Core.
That's right.
Before Comben came back.
That's right.
And Logue was out. It was early in the year.
I agree.
Was it the GWS game?
Yeah, correct.
So we have seen it.
So you're tipping North?
I'm tipping North.
Yeah, same here.
15 points.
Yeah, a couple of goals.
I thought about it too. Larky can kick a bag.
Who goes to him?
Well, I know Tom Barras is injured, I think.
Is he? Is he out?
Is Tom Barras injured? So I'm asking the blank wall.
So he doesn't play. Mate, they haven't got a lot down there.
They're a chance. He's a chance to kick goals.
Bag.
Anyway.
And you see what happens.
There you have it. Another episode of North Club Corner in the books. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on the Roo Boys. We love reading your comments, and we will reply to all of you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Go Shimboners.